Bobby Melvin's in the studio with us, and Jason Marr. We certainly want to welcome you guys. Bobby, say hello.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome. And Jay, say hello. Jason.
Hey, thanks for having us.
You're very welcome. Certainly welcome you guys in here. We're going to talk about how this union became about. These two gentlemen have teamed up for the 2009 campaign at the USA Speedway.
And it's great to see them teamed up, but darn it, I miss watching them battle out for spots on Friday nights.
Well, yeah, that's true, too. In the same token, the last couple of outings, these guys have been pretty successful rolling in a victory lane. So they're here to talk to you and talk to us a little bit, and we're going to get to it in just a moment here or two. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, the number is 978-462-9627. As we mentioned,
WNBP.
Exactly. As we mentioned at the outset of the program here, we want to offer our condolences to the Devaney family. We buried Bob the Barn Rat Devaney yesterday morning at a procession and a funeral service in Windham. I happened to I took part in that service, and Nikki and the family, our prayers are with you guys, and we'll move on. We also want to wish our good friend John Spence a quick recovery.
Yes,
he went under the knife last week and had
five-way bypass.
Five-way bypass. I mean, it's like unbelievable. I had a couple of stents put in. I thought I was bad shape.
I guess I'm not going to bring him any more cheeseburgers.
By the way, I want to point out that I did not have a five-way bypass.
So we can still bring you cheeseburgers.
So feel free to bring as many cheeseburgers as you want.
How about pizza sandwiches? Do you like those?
You don't have
pizza sandwiches, fried dough, you name it, I'll eat it.
Let's say hello. Bobby, first of all, welcome to Newburyport, and welcome to the studios.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Well, always a pleasure. You and Jay hooked up over the winter months, and first let's talk about you a little bit. Your career, you got started in small blocks or street stocks?
I got started in strictly stocks at Hudson Speedway.
Strictly stocks. And how many years did you run that? What year was that?
That was in 96.
1996.
Yeah. Seems like a long time ago.
I was going to say, it's been a while.
A lot of house payments ago.
And then you moved up, 2 years afterwards or a year afterwards?
No, we stayed at Hudson. We went from 96 to 98. We won the championship in the Strictly's in 98. And then I actually scored a ride with Jimmy Renfrew with a car. And we went to Star in 99 and won that championship also. And then after that, we went to Lee and ran a street stock for a year. Car pretty much broke every practice for a whole year, so we had 2 good years that were unbelievable, 25 feature wins to couldn't even get the car to, barely load itself on the trailer.
Isn't that frustrating?
Very.
I mean, and you keep asking yourself, what are we doing different this year than we did last year?
I think we quit drinking or something like that. I don't know. And then we went on the small block super ride. And
you had that for
quite a while. It was quite an experience. I still would like to get into something like that again. It was awfully fun.
The open wheel cars, are they a little bit different than the full body cars? It's funny because Bentley Warren's a great open wheel racer, but put him in a full bodied race car. I've seen him try to qualify for Oxford 250.
Yeah.
He hit everything but the pace car.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he would have hit that if he could have got close enough to it.
Well, that's because the pace car was going too fast for him to hit it.
No, he'd catch up to it. I mean, he could drive fast, but whether he could get through it or not is another deal.
Wouldn't turn for him, huh?
The same deal as used to open wheels and not used to a full-bodied race car.
Yeah, it was. I liked it, to be honest with you, because I could actually see what my front tires were doing, and a lot more respect on the track from the guys than what you get in the fendered cars, but. Everyone wants to be a hero with a fended car sometimes.
I think with the fended cars, you guys can swap paint and rub a little bit. With the open wheel cars,
absolutely not.
You're a little bit closer. Open wheels just kind of send you for a little.
Yeah, I remember borrowing a chainsaw from somebody at Star Speedway so I could get my car out of the woods one night. Don't bump tires.
Exactly. So you and Jason got together over the course of the winter. Jason obviously was a race car driver and still is, but injured right now and going through a healing process. And Jason, we'll get into you a little bit later, talk about what your whole deal is. But when you guys got together, how did this form?
We were talking to each other for a little while because we became friends, pretty much because we always bumped into each other. It was amazing
on the racetrack
that we actually had
literally bumped into each other.
That's why Jason calls me the doorman, because I always took his door off for him. But it was nice because it was a different experience where we could the atmosphere that we have at Lee Speedway, where a lot of stuff that we have and happens on the track gets hashed out at night at the fire over a couple beers, and the next week it's done and over, and it formed a great relationship. And you know, over the winter we were talking, and he wasn't sure what he was going to do, so I actually invited him to just come to work on the team, just so he didn't get lost in the technology. Granted, it's only a street stock, but there's still quite late model sportsmen. Sorry,
thank you very much.
There's quite a lot of technology you can get behind by taking a couple of years off. And he went on vacation and came back and came up to me and asked me if we wanted to get together and do a 2-car deal and get the ball rolling, and here we are.
It's you know, I always, when I always see you, I always see your dad alongside you, Bobby Senior, and he's certainly been supportive of you throughout the years. I think if in more cases he's kind of your we're gonna go racing. I mean, he's, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. What it really started out was back in '96. I was drag racing snowmobiles, and I got my 600cc triple Articat sled to do 115 on Rangeley Lake. And my dad said, "You know what? You're gonna die. Let's go racing instead." Which I don't really know where racing, snowmobile.
Well, a lot safer. I mean, you got at least got a cage around you.
Yeah. But then we started doing that, and that's where we're at now.
Darrell, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to jump in here. Or just you okay? You waking up?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm still on a high from the weekend that has nothing to do with the Cup race. We'll talk about it later on, though.
Okay, good deal. Good deal.